Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Welcome to my second annual WPT in All Vegas Poker Space, and maybe today a little bit of about Florida's poker scene. Today is the 14th day of the not the WPA, the WPT. I want to go through a few things, and then we're going to hit the ground running and speak with my guest, Trey Rocks. And Trey, I sent you a microphone. If that's not working, just press the request button in the bottom left corner and we'll get you a microphone and you can join the panel. Excuse me. Again, just click that request button in the bottom left corner, Trey, and we'll get you up on the speaker panel. While we're doing that, I'm going to give thanks to my sponsor, Elevator Results. If you need a tailor-made workout plan to help you lose weight or gain weight, Elevator Results can design that plan. Follow them on Twitter and check out their site at elevatorresultspt.com. A reminder, you can find the recordings of my past spaces and interviews on my YouTube channel at Sherry Pliscota 9212. Hey, Trey, how are you?
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. Let me give you a little proper introduction first before we get hit the ground running. First, I want you to meet my co-host Isaac. Please meet Trey.
Pleased to meet you.
What's up, Isaac?
I also want to say that Trey is a Navy disabled vet, so thank you for your service, Trey. We appreciate that.
Right? All the
And
love.
all the love. Trey has just under $300,000 on her Hendon Mob with a recent sixth place finish at the Hard Rock Hollywood for 138,000. So congrats on that, Trey.
Thank you, thank you. It was a hard fought battle.
I'm sure it was. That field is always packed with some tough competition. So kudos to you for sure. And for those that are joining us, I'm going to keep the panel just the three of us for right now. But as I always do, we will open up for questions. As we go, we will open up for questions. So we're going to hit the ground running, Trey. I'm going to ask some questions, just kind of set the scene for everybody that's not 100% familiar with our topic of conversation today. So there was a home game that you were at in Florida. Um, Tell us, like, what were the stakes of that home game so we can kind of get an idea of how big that game was.
I mean, it was a big game. It was a really big game. You know, just it was a lot of money. Probably enough to buy a car in one pot. So
Right. And I know that you know, you have said on a post on Facebook, because I was reading some of your Facebook posts about it, that you felt there was 50K or more on that table that night. And so, that's a big game. And there's so many thoughts that go through the mind of, oh my God, did this just blow up that whole game and it'll be on ice for a while? But how many were at the game that day?
uh, 9, 10,
Okay,
9 or
so
10
one
folks
table.
was there.
Yeah, one
Yeah,
table.
one table. One
Okay.
table.
Just setting the scene for folks my listeners can get an idea of, some of the details. We all love a good story, right? And so all of us are playing the sleuth and trying to figure out what happened, but it's great that we're going to get a bird's eye view from somebody that was actually there. So do you want to go ahead and start telling the story of how the whole thing blew up to a fist fight?
Okay. Well, it blew up to a fist fight at the end of the day because of male testosterone and ego. Sometimes. And men are
Preach.
and men are dumb. So it was something that like 2 8-year-olds would fight over. They wasn't even calling each other names. Maurice hadn't even been there like 30 minutes, and he came. He sat down he gave me a hug, sat down at the other opposite end of the table. It's the 7 seat. I was in the 3 seat, and Eugene was in the 2 seat. And we was talking about Maurice was talking to one of the guys, and he said, "Play your cards, white boy. Play your cards." and the guys, him and Maurice was going back and forth. They was bantering. Okay.
Right.
And then Eugene jumped up and was like, well, why? Well, he didn't jump up, but he spoke up. He's like, well, why are you calling him white boy? And what if I called you black or some shit like that? And Maurice said, my nationality is African American, because they thought he was Haitian or something like that. And so Eugene said, I said, yeah, my nationality African American too. Eugene said, African American ain't nationality. I mean, it's literally the dumbest shit that I had to say out of my mouth. Okay. So, and
Right.
so and so Eugene Googled it and he showed it to me. He was like, see, it's not a nationality, it's this, it's this, it's this. But in the meantime, Maurice was still, talking his game, talking about, get your chips in the whatever, let's do this. Come on, white boy, woo, woo, woo. And Eugene said, I'm not a white boy, I'm a Cuban American or Latin American, whatever the hell he said.
Right.
And Maurice was like, well, how the hell you gonna say you're a Cuban American, but I can't be African American? You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
Mar me and Maurice and everybody was laughing about it and stuff. And Maurice was like, well, I don't give a fuck what you got to say about it, bro. What the fuck you want to do? Box. And the dude's like, ah, and he just jumped up out his seat. And I feel like the reason nobody stopped him because nobody actually thought he was gonna hit him or
Right.
fight,
Right.
because why? We're like grown ass, we're all like grandparents up in this motherfucker.
Right.
you know,
Right.
like I'm probably the youngest person in there and I'm 50.
Right. And how do we go from bantering at the table to let's throw fists?
Exactly. And I mean, at the end of the day, he said it as a joke, because I feel like as a man, if Maurice wanted to fight him, when he said you want to box and he saw him coming toward him, he would have stood up.
Sure.
But
Sure.
he didn't stand up because he was basically in a hand and he was saying like, I mean, I know he ain't finna come over here and hit me, maybe come over here and confront me and talk shit. But he just came, he literally threw a punch from the 9 seat to the 7 seat, because Eugene big and strong as hell.
Right. Right.
you
Now,
know,
now Eugene has put out his side of the story through an article um,
yeah,
that it had to do with Maurice borrowing money from an old time player, Rusty, and
yeah,
not
and
paying it back. So, what do you think about that side of the story?
I felt like it had to be some other type of history there between them, maybe a woman or maybe some money or something,
Okay.
because I couldn't feel like as an adult that would be something. I mean, I've played with Eugene for years. I love Eugene. I
Right.
love sitting next to him, and I love looking at him because he's a nice looking man.
I
and
love it.
and I right, and I'm gay as hell. I've been with my wife for 16 years, but I can
Right.
appreciate a fine looking man. Period. So,
Right.
like I said, I played with him for a long time, and I just didn't think that it was just that. I was like, yo, Maurice must owe him some money, or they done got into it back in the day, and this is payback. It had to be something else. It couldn't just be that, you
Right. It
know,
doesn't make sense that it's just that.
right? Because, like I said, at the end of the day, we too old for it to be that.
Right.
It never should have got that way. And for anybody, because I know a lot of people gonna say, oh well, why would you record it? You blew up the home game, blah blah blah. I don't care about none of that shit. I will tell you right now why I pulled out my phone and started recording. One reason is because everybody in that house was millionaires except for me. That's number one.
Right.
Hold on one second.
No worries.
Number two, I've been on this earth 50 years. And if something would have happened to Maurice in that house, like if they would have jumped him or killed him, those white men in that house would have made that narrative so nobody would have never knew what happened. Nobody would have
Right.
believed me because I'm a black woman. They're not gonna believe me over 7 rich white men. The fuck?
Well, and it is for your own protection, no matter who's in that room, right? I mean, you are. When you
Absolutely.
put that camera on, you're also protecting yourself no matter what, right? No
Yeah,
matter what, you are protecting yourself.
I'm 100% protecting myself, because one
Right.
thing about me, I'm always gonna look out for me and know the room. Like
Right.
I said, I'm gonna read the room, because when they grabbed him, I said I can't fight none of these motherfuckers, but I'm not gonna
Right.
sit
Trey
back
is a
and
little
let.
person. Trey's not
I
a
am
big person. Trey's a little person.
I am 50 years old and I am 118 pound grandma. I've
Right.
been 118 pounds since I was 17 years old.
Yeah, you're tiny. You're tiny for
Exactly.
sure. And I'm going to say, for
But
somebody that enjoys reporting on a juicy story, I want to thank you for providing the videos that we've, been watching the last couple of weeks. How many videos did you take that day, do you think?
well, honestly, I took 2 videos and about 4 or 5 pictures. And
Got it.
Maurice has one of the videos, and I got the other video and the pictures. And I got
R-
those when they try to come at me like they already have. So
Well,
they might want to.
you want to
Oh yeah,
explain that?
oh yeah. Like I said, I took the video for my protection because
Right,
I know he who people with money control the narrative.
right.
There was nothing in that room that I could say without the narrative, and I can't control it unless I videoed and had video evidence. And still, money will still beat that out. But in the meantime, between time, and over the course of the last few days, I got a call from someone saying I shouldn't make a statement on Maurice's behalf, right? And it's like, well, and I was like, well, I don't want none of this shit to blow up. I wish it would go away, but I told Maurice he should sue because at the end of the day, if Maurice, a black man, would have slapped one of them in there, everybody and their mama would have been saying he needs to be in jail. He's an animal. He's a criminal. That's the word they use when they can't say nigga. But they say all these things about Maurice, and I 100% guarantee you he would have been sitting in a jail cell if there was a video of him walking up punching somebody on a poker table. Period.
Well, and
Period. He would have been in jail.
and I'm going to tell you, I want stuff like that reported to the police as a poker player because when I go play poker, I want to feel safe. And we can't feel safe if there's people that are just going to all of a sudden attack somebody at a poker table and have no consequences.
And and then, like I said, I got a call telling me not to make a statement. And like I said, listen, I'm 50 years old. I grew up in Chicago in the late 80s and the early 90s. And I done spent 10 years in the fucking penitentiary. I ain't scared of three things. You can you can buy me, but you can't threaten me. I've lived a great life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm not gonna sit around here, oh my God, I'm scared of it. But please, I was in the Navy. I'm a 100% disabled veteran because of PTSD and MST, because men think they can do whatever the hell they want to do in anybody's life. And I don't tolerate none of that. If he would have called me and said, "Hey Trey, listen, we don't want this to go nowhere. I got 25 stacks for you. You're a fucking millionaire. I got
Right.
25 stacks for you. Don't say nothing." I'd have been like, bet. Then I'd have called Maurice, be like, yo, I got 25 bands. I ain't making no fucking statement unless you beat that 25 bands, you know? Because I got pictures that incriminate everybody. Everybody going to jail, you
Well,
know?
and
So,
I saw a couple of those pictures yesterday, and
hmm,
I was
hmm,
quite
hmm,
surprised. I'm not
hmm,
gonna lie.
hmm,
I was
hmm,
like, "Holy smokes!"
huh.
It's
He
a whole
playing with
different
me.
level. And
Hmm.
I'm gonna say to you, for those that, and I just want to, in the spirit of reporting and for my listeners' sake, are you saying that the homeowner reached out to you to keep your mouth shut?
I don't know who it was. All I
Okay,
know is a white boy. I get all the
okay.
white men mixed up, but
Well,
they
they
reached.
all look alike, right?
Girl, they do. when I was at the final
Oh,
table, when I was at the final table in Hard Rock this summer, we was waiting on to take a picture, and I said, "Oh, just grab a white guy out the hallway and put him in a picture. Nobody will know the difference."
okay.
One of the guys,
She's reaching for token white men now.
yeah, 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 yeah. One of
Oh,
the guys was missing. Just grab somebody out the hallway. It'll be all
all
right.
right. Let's go back to some of the videos that they've made public. You've made public. Others have made public. There is a video of Maurice going out to the car. Were
Yep.
you outside when he went out to the car?
Yes. I went right outside behind him. And I went outside behind him, and he was like, "Man, I'm finna go." And then he said, "You know what? I ain't finna go. I came over here to get some money, and that's what the fuck I'm finna do." And he went back inside. That's when he confronted him again and said he needed to apologize. Because what the fuck you jump up and hit me for? That's what Maurice said. He said, "What? Dude needs to apologize. What am I fighting him for?" Because everybody was like, "Y'all go outside and fight in the yard. And Maurice like, what the fuck is we even fighting for? We grown as hell. You owe me an
Right.
apology because you got up and hit me for nothing. And Eugene's like, oh, I'm not apologizing to you, blah, 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 blah. And then that's when it escalated there. You know, I put my camera down so they wouldn't, nobody would see I was recording. That's why the camera angle is messed up in
Right.
parts of the video. And I forgot the damn camera was on, but I'm glad it was on because I thought I cut it off when I walked outside after my reef, but I
Now,
didn't.
okay, let me ask you a couple of things. Okay, did you ever see Maurice with I'm going to say the word pew because I don't know how X is going to, you
Right.
know,
He
uh,
he did not he did not pull nothing out of his truck. He did
uh,
not take nothing back in the house. And in the video, he did not pull up or pull out. He did not have a gun
okay.
or nothing
And
else.
yeah, and we're going to use the word pew again, just a
Yeah, my
reminder.
bad, my bad,
No
my
worries, no worries. I know it's
bad.
hard to get used to that kind of stuff. Okay, so in the video where Maurice is asking for the apology, Eugene seems to reach behind his back. And of course, all of us watching that video are like, oh, he does have a pew on him. Did you see a pew? Did he have a pew?
Well, he admitted that he had one. I'm going to admit that I didn't see one because
Okay,
I am a felon. So I ain't seen that until the
got it.
time that I need to say what I need to say.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Um, is there anything you'd like to say about the pictures that you showed me yesterday? What were in them or
Well, the pictures will change the narrative. Simple as that. It'll change the narrative and it'll actually give credence to why I had to record. Because like I said, if something even if Maurice would have came back in with a pew and Eugene had a pew, you know what I'm saying? The narrative of the story would have been whatever they wanted it to be. And I
right?
100% guarantee my life it would have been against Maurice. Everybody in there would have been against Maurice, said he was wrong because of his reputation in poker or whatever. I don't know nothing about that. I only been playing tournament poker for a few years. I don't know all those rich folks and all these crushers. I'm just out here trying to make sure my grandbabies eat. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And
So
it's none of your business. It's none of anybody's business, really.
exactly.
What was your business was just happening, to be at that home game when all this blew up.
Yeah.
Um, and what uh, I know that Maurice has filed charges. What do you think is going to come of that?
Well, honestly, just being my pessimistic self, ain't shit gonna come of it because they got some money. Maurice only recourse, like I said, is he should sue him. I would sue him, fuck it, because that's what they would do. I mean, you gotta play their game, and you get to a certain level, you get to a certain amount of money and stuff like that. I mean, what he gonna do? Go find some boys to go shoot up his house? Ain't nobody doing that shit no more at 50 and 60 years old. No, me right. No, meet me in court. Meet
Right.
me in court. That's how it is now. I mean, unless it's somebody like me. I mean, you hit me, I can't fight you. I can't fight you. We got to go down. But at this point, that's the best recourse. That's the intelligent. That's the smart, and that's the adult thing to do. The adult thing to do is not to get some boxing gloves and go in the ring. Let's fight each other. That's what one of the men said that they should do. They should resolve it in the ring like men. No, they should resolve it like adults in a court of law, or they should just resolve it because it should have never happened. Period.
Right. And it's so amazing to me that it blew up to this point um, over what seems like nonsense, right? Like, was
Yeah,
it about the Rusty thing? Was it, I
some
mean,
words.
you
You
know,
know,
words that are really not that important in this that conversation wasn't like we're solving the world's problems or our cure
exactly.
for cancer.
In
Um,
the world hunger and shit.
yeah, it's like just stupid banter at a poker table that has turned into this wild mess. And
Yeah.
what about the other people that were there? How are they feeling about it? Do you have any
I
kind of thoughts about that?
well, I don't know because, like I said, nobody else has reached out to me. And when that
Right.
happens, that's concerning to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I
Right.
was invited there by a few friends and I know everybody at the game.
Right.
But the only person that had reached out to me is somebody to reach out to threaten me, and I can't be
Right.
threatened. I ain't scared of shit. You
Right.
know, that's just the way it is. And what's gonna happen is gonna happen. You know, hey, hell or jail. That's always been my motto. Either you're gonna take my life or you're gonna take my freedom. Hell or
Gosh,
jail.
you're going hard to the paint. You're going
All the
hard to
way.
the paint.
I have to. I have to because what you gonna take from me? What you gonna take from me? Only thing you can take from me is my life or my
Right.
freedom. That's all I got. I mean, unless you
Right.
take my wife from me, and then it's going down. I'm blowing up the world. But that's my wife,
Right.
my wife. But you know, that's all I got. You know, and I have always lived by those principles. You know, I'm not gonna let you take anything away from me without taking the most. Take it all. My life or my freedom. Which one you want? Because either you gonna kill me and go to jail, or I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna go to jail. But something's gonna happen that is not just gonna be let's go in the boxing ring and fight. It needs to be resolved maybe through a mediator or something,
Right.
or they could just drop it, see him in court. Like I told them, see him in court.
Well, and I'm thinking about the homeowner. Has his name been released yet, or is it just going to be released when it comes to court time? Like, I don't
Mm,
even know if that's public.
I know when you got money, your shit ain't gonna get released.
Right.
I mean, that's as simple as that. When you got bread, the police go do what you want to do. Influence and money rules the world. Baby, this Florida.
Well, and
We down there in Florida.
I also think about it from because allegedly I've run a home game or two before in my past, but that's allegedly. And so as a possible game host, it's also like we don't want to blow up this game. This is a great game and we need to keep his name
Man,
quiet and
you
we
know,
need to be able to go back to play, right?
that man got like five houses. The house, please. That man got like five, six houses on 22 fucking acres. You could move the post. They probably playing right now. Shit.
And
Who
Sheree
knows?
says they'll just move it down the street, no time at all.
Right, right. I
Which
mean,
is true. Which is true.
these are people that go in the poker room and reserve that back room. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, of
And
course. Of
yeah, and
course.
they have their own reserve tables and they reserve because so that's that little video that ain't stopping nothing. That poker that game ain't gonna stop. There's nothing gonna happen to it. You know because everybody probably that needs to be bought has been bought. You know these the type of games that get protected by the city police. Stop playing with
Well,
me.
and I get it, believe me.
Yeah,
And it's surprising to me that instead of buying you, you've been threatened. Like that when
yeah.
we talked about that yesterday, I was like, wait, what? That doesn't even make sense to me. Why would you, the person with the videos, the person with the videos, why wouldn't you just buy their silence and put,
Right,
stash those videos? I
right,
don't get
and you
it.
know I'm a easygoing person. You ain't never seen me mad at a poker table, win, lose, or draw. You've never seen me going off cursing or none of that. I get up, I laugh, I do all of that stuff. So to come at me, like I said, we could have had a conversation, just like I had a conversation with Maurice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's and it's just oh, but this ain't 1970 no more. You know, you can't call me and threaten me. He told me not to make a statement. Now, bitch, I'm going on the podcast. What do you think this is?
It's so funny you said that because yesterday we were playing the ladies' event over at the Bellagio, and I walked up to Trey because I'm just curious. I've known Trey from Best Bet for a few years now, and so I felt like I could ask her some questions about it. And um, I just asked, I think, one or two questions, and the floodgates open because you really are hot under the collar that you were approached in a
Yeah.
negative way.
I feel disrespected, discounted, and like I'm just somebody to be like, oh my God. Because here's the thing. When he said I can get you like blackball from Florida, here's my thinking. So you mean to tell me you gonna tell other people I can't spend my money with them? How the fuck is that a punishment? My wife will love you for that. Do you know
Besides
how
the
many
fact that
right?
people want you at the game. Come on.
Right, but don't you? What you gonna tell the casinos not to let me come in and spend my money? Woo! Then I can keep it in my pocket. Oh my God, no. Fuck out of here.
I was as a matter of fact, I was almost taken back because it wasn't, I had of course no idea that you had been approached in that regard. And so I was a little bit shocked when you said, "Oh no, I've kind of gotten threatened about it." And then I said, "Well, you want to come on and talk about it?" And she was like, "Hell yes, I do."
Hell yeah. I ain't a fool. I've been I left Chicago. I joined Job Corps. I left Job Corps. I went in the Navy. I came home from the Navy. I went to prison for 10 years. I was in 5 different federal prisons where I became one of the best female jailhouse lawyers in the federal prison in the last 25 years. When I came home, I've run 2 nonprofits. I've raised millions of dollars running nonprofits for women in Florida. I can say I have a piece of paper that I wrote a federal clemency for Tynese Hall that was signed by Donald Trump and turned her 42-year prison sentence into freedom. I've given back almost 17 life sentences in the work that I've done and over 800
Yeah,
prison years. I bring
good for
people
you,
home.
Trey.
I also run a program called the Black Mama Bailout, where we bail out women on Mother's Day in the state of Florida. And we call it the Black Mama Bailout, but we bail out all women that come before us in the state of Florida. We try to empty the jails on Mother's Day for women so they could be home with their kids. I do a
And
lot
that
of
is
good stuff for somebody to
that's
come
a
at
lot
my
of
head like
look,
that.
that's a lot of great stuff. And I am going to
Exactly.
say that when I was talking to you yesterday, you said, "Hell yeah, I'm going to come on your podcast." You're a woman too. Hell yeah, I'm going to come on your podcast.
Yeah, because
So
so
I
many of them
know,
guys been reaching out to me. You want to tell your side of the story? Not to you. Not to you.
right,
For what? So you can twist it too and make it always about, oh, look, it was a emotional woman and she was doing, nah, it was emotional period ass men fighting
right.
menopause. Cause
You were just videoing it, and I really appreciate that dedication to the cause for sure. And I appreciate you coming on and speaking with me today, um, because your voice should be heard. You were there. You are providing video, and I'm sure at some point the pictures will be used for whatever. And so, yeah. So kudos to you, Trey. Kudos to you.
yeah, appreciate ya.
I
Appreciate ya.
appreciate I appreciate you. Now, is there anything else that I haven't asked you about that you wanted to bring up?
No, no. But when I send this to Maurice, I'm gonna tell him buy me into the main.
And tell him to come do my podcast, would you please? I've been trolling him for the last 10 days to come here and tell us his side of the story.
He ain't gonna
Um,
do it. He ain't gonna do that.
I know.
But
I know he won't.
yeah, he's supposed to come take me and my wife to dinner last night at PK's. He stood me up, son of a bitch. No, I'm just playing. I was on the final table. I was on the final
I was going to
table.
say, I think he was playing, you were playing, somebody was
Yeah,
playing at that time.
yeah.
And
I'm just playing with him.
congratulations. I know. And congratulations on that final table. You and I were at a table last night during that tournament when we were
Uh-huh.
down to 2 tables. And so congrats on that finish last night.
Yeah, because I stayed at about 4 big blinds for about 3 hours. So
I understand the grind.
yeah.
I had a $100,000 bad beat yesterday, which we're not going to talk about right now because I'm still
Oh,
a little salty.
oh no. uh,
Oh,
well, I
yes.
did. I can't. I had them. I wouldn't have been there without my major suck out. I had ace 8 suited against pocket aces, and it came runner 8-8. So
Oh, my Lanta.
yeah, I was
Well,
halfway in the parking lot.
yeah, I had pocket kings and the flop was 9 high, and she decided to do a bluff shove. So, of course, I insta call,
Right.
and she has ace queen and hits an ace on the river. That
Mm,
old story
that
for a
old
hundred
story.
thousand in my stack. But I
That's
did grind. I left me with like 40 grand, and I still grinded back and made it to what I make it to 12th place. So I'm proud of that. And for
yeah.
sure, for
I,
sure.
I
But it
I
was
I
good
think I
seeing you.
got fourth or fifth. Always run. I can't beat that damn Ruth Hall. I just can't beat her.
She, many can't, many
She
have
is a
tried,
crusher.
and she is a
I said she
crusher. She
lucky. I love
finds
her.
a
I
way.
trip her in the hallway. But that's my Florida girl, so
I know she's been down to Florida to play at Best Bet several times. And
yeah,
for those that don't know Ruth, she's from Austin, Texas area, around Rock area, and she is a crusher and
yeah,
has battled many health issues. She lost her husband last year, and
yeah.
or it may have been earlier this year. I'm
No,
sorry if I don't
yeah,
remember
it was
correctly.
earlier this year because this is the first holidays she'll spend without him. She said
Okay,
because we
okay,
was hanging out
so
in Aruba together. She hooked me up,
gotcha.
told me where a private massage on a private island was in Aruba. So I love me
Oh
some
hell
RuPaul.
yeah. Hell to the yes. I might be hitting you up for that information the next time I'm planning a trip.
Yes,
But kudos to her for her prowess on the felt and sending her prayers this holiday season. It'll be tough for her for sure.
yeah,
Um, when she battled all her illness, her husband was her, caregiver, and it was very surprising to all of us that the Lord
yeah.
took him home. But prayers to her and her family this holiday season, as well as
Always.
anybody else that has a hard time during the holiday season. And I always say that for all those that know me, reach out if you need help, folks. Don't sit
Definitely.
alone in the dark.
Don't
Reach
never
out.
have to.
Call me. Right?
And
So, Trey,
all my friends
go
know to
ahead.
call me because I'm always everything to everybody.
Right.
That's me.
Right. And guess what? That's what we're supposed to be. We're
Yep.
supposed to all be like that because we need each other in good
Yeah.
times and bad. Right?
Definitely. Definitely.
So I'm going to ask my audience members if you want to come up and ask any questions, go ahead and click on that request button in the bottom left, and you're more than welcome to come up and ask any questions. And Isaac, I'm going to let you ask any questions you may have or comments. Uh-oh, did he lose service? Isaac, are you there, buddy? X has not been kind to us lately, Trey, so you have to be patient with us. X is making changes or something. Thumbs up. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. Because the other day I was talking and it actually crapped out and it ended up ending our space, and I had no idea what was even going on. Karen, I sent you a microphone if you want to come up and ask any questions or make any comments. Isaac, are you there, buddy? Oh, bless him. He's probably cursing the phone right now as I speak. There's nothing worse than being in a space and it not working properly.
That's right.
Hey,
I was worried about mine because I'm in the hallway of the horseshoe, just in the just in the middle of the hallway because my wife is still sleeping. So I'm just walking up and down
God
the Dr. Quayle
bless.
hallway.
I love it. All right, Karen Chess, are you there? Please meet Trey if you've not met her before. Hey,
Hey
Karen.
Trey. Hey Sherry and hey Trey. Nice to
Hey
meet you,
girl,
Trey.
hey.
Do you have any questions or comments, Karen? I know you're coming into the convo a little bit after us, but go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. No, sorry I missed the first part of the space. It's just hectic here, but no, just showing up and
Love it.
listening.
Appreciate you. And I appreciate you showing up. Isaac, I'm going to give you one more chance at it, buddy. He's probably cursing at the phone as I speak again. Because we all know. Oh, there he is. Isaac, any questions or comments?
Uh, no. Honestly, just thank you for pulling up and sharing the story. Appreciate it. We always like to hear what's really going on out there. So, mad love, Trey.
Appreciate.
All right, I'm looking at okay, so I just check in the chat to make sure we're not missing any questions or comments. Before we go ahead and Trey, we're going to let you off the hook so you can get on with your day. You're always welcome here. I do a daily show during the WPT and the WSOP, so come tell us how your poker's going,
All right.
and you can update us on any more threats you get.
Now I'm finna go run over here and try to run the seniors up. But
Which one you going to?
the 800, I think it's the Venetian, the Aria
Oh,
one.
Venetian.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, good luck. I'm not playing today. I'm tired.
I'm,
I've been
I'm,
running the streets of Vegas for 4 days straight. This girl is staying in bed today.
I hear
Promise.
you. I hear you. Well, we got to
I'm
check out
tired.
this hotel and check into another one. So,
Okay.
I,
Well, for those that don't know, Trey had a car accident here in Vegas. She was T-boned. How you feeling this today, by the way?
my bruises are healing. You know, the insurance company said the car is total. Get home how the hell you can. Um,
Oh,
so
Lord.
yeah, we stuck here until we figure out because we can't fly home. So we got oh my god, we just here. We're all right. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Well, you might have to buy a new car.
Well, depending on how I run in this seniors, I might just do that.
I, I hear you. I hear you. Oh, how annoying. You know what, though? Did you look at the
Oh,
train
oh,
schedule?
oh no. No, because we're leaving here in Vegas and going to Chicago to get the grandbabies to take them to
Well,
Florida for Christmas. So we're gonna need a car regardless.
okay, because I know that I have family that live outside of Chicago,
Uh-huh.
and they take a train every winter, several times a winter, to go skiing in Colorado, and they
Amtrak.
love it.
Yeah. I mean the
Amtrak.
Amtrak is I love it too, but it takes a while. It might take a
Yes,
day.
it does. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. It would definitely take several days longer, probably than even driving,
Yeah,
but it is a good possibility until you figure out the car situation. Well, I hate that happened to y'all, but glad everybody's safe and sound for sure.
definitely. That's just a car. And plus I was upside down on it anyway, so the hell with it.
I hear you. I hear you. And guess what? Sometimes things just work out better than you thought they were gonna.
Absolutely.
I see Karen has her
Absolutely.
hand up. Go ahead, Karen.
Now, did I miss some breaking poker story? What? No, I hated it if I did. What was
You
it?
want Trey? You want to give her a little snapshot of what we're talking about today?
Well, well, shit, I don't know where she came in at. We was talking about the Maurice and the home fight game or whatever the fuck they call it. I don't know.
Oh, I missed that whole thing. Yeah, I just
Yeah,
came in just right when I met you, like right before then. I just
no
scurrying
worries.
around. I just played with Maurice at the circuit, so I'm all ears. Let me hear just another recap real quick.
Well, another recap. Like we was just sitting down, words were being thrown across the room between the men folk, and one of the men folk got in his feelings, and he didn't like what Maurice had to say. Maurice called him a white boy. He said he wasn't a white boy. He was a Cuban American, but Maurice couldn't be African American or some old shit like that. And then he just got up and started punching him in his damn head. Yeah, that's the quickest recap I could give you because that's about what
Well,
happened.
thank
Right,
you. That was kind of my sense of what happened. That's based on. I don't. I'm sorry that I don't know the other guy's name. The
Eugene.
Eugene. I mean, even based on his statement, it sounds like that. And so I'm gonna have to say I'm on Maurice's side on this one.
Yeah, and it's bad. I mean, you have to be on the side of right. I mean, you don't have to be because of course it's people. Oh, he deserved it. Blah 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 blah. And for some reason, people want to believe that. That's fine.
Well, and
But it's like I said.
let's just go ahead. Go ahead.
If the tables was turned, if it was the other way, if Maurice hit anybody at a poker table, everybody at that poker table is going to have the police there, press charges, and give a statement, and have that man arrested and locked up. Period. And I don't care. Nobody will ever convince me otherwise. You know what I'm saying? That's what would have
I hear
happened.
you.
If the shoe was on the other foot, Maurice would be in jail. And no matter how, and if I didn't have that video, no matter how many statements I give, they would have believed 7 white men over me any day. Period.
Well, and I don't understand like why he's so offended to be calling a white boy because like he's white. So I mean, they didn't.
The,
I don't
the
think
the
it was
funny
an
thing is
insult or
he
anything.
wasn't talking to him at first. He was talking to an actual white boy. When
Yeah,
Maurice
because
said white boy,
yeah,
Eugene is Latino,
Cuban.
and he
Yeah,
wasn't
he's
even
Latino.
talking to him. He was talking to somebody else, and Eugene butted in and was like, "Oh, don't say that. What would you get
Oh,
mad if I call you this?" And stupid shit
oh,
like
I
that.
see. So he was
Yeah,
calling a different guy a white boy, and
yeah,
Eugene butted in.
an
Okay.
actual white boy. Yeah.
Well, I mean, bottom line is, he went and sucker punched and started wailing on him, Maurice first, while
Yeah.
Maurice was sitting down and couldn't defend himself. So I'm gonna have to say Maurice is in the right on this one. I know that Maurice has done
Well,
stuff or whatever, but I'm just saying, independent of all that, he
Mm-hmm.
didn't. He didn't hit first.
Right.
well, and let's face it, none of that shit matters from the past. This is a current situation. It doesn't matter if Maurice owes people or not from the past. That has nothing to do with what took place at this home game. Now, people may have a certain feelings. You hear people say, well, he deserved it because he's an ass, whatever. But that has nothing to do with the current situation. And the current situation was Maurice was sitting at a poker table and the guy lunged at him and started to beat on him. That is that's the short end of it.
Yep. And the long end of it is the fact that I knew in my heart of hearts what the reason I started yelling, because I didn't know if they was gonna hold Maurice and let Eugene keep hitting him. That's the reason I started yelling in the video, because I know 100% I've been on this earth 50 years and I've been black all 50 of them. If some shit would have went down where somebody would have got shot or really, really hurt, it would have been a narrative 7 against 2. Simple as
And
that.
that is definitely a possibility, no doubt about it. There's been proof of that kind of storyline and manipulation of the truth on all directions, right? And that's why we're thankful, even for police to have videos now on their chests and taking
Yep.
videos. It protects everybody. It protects whoever's involved with whatever's going on, and it protects the officer. Same thing, Trey. You're protecting yourself and those involved with what took place, so that the truth is the truth, and you can't dispute the truth.
Well, thank you for
Okay.
that recap again. That's interesting. I'll have to go back and watch the video again and see if I can spot you, Trey.
Oh, you can't spot me.
But I can hear. I thought you were in there yelling. You said,
I'm holding the video. You can hear me.
"Oh, you're holding the video."
Yes, I recorded the video.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nice. Okay, good job.
Yeah, I couldn't get my phone out fast enough. Maurice, I mean not Maurice. Eugene took 2 steps. He took 2 steps. It was like from seat 2, and he was in seat 9 in 2 steps, bro. I was like, Jesus, Jesus. And then I just grabbed my phone, like, this is gonna be good. And then I was like, this is gonna be insane. And it is, it's getting insane. But whatever happens is gonna happen. Maurice should sue. They should sit down, get mitigator, drop me back, drop him, you know, because that's how rich folks do. They go to court. They fight each other in court. I'm not rich. I wouldn't have fought him in court. It's been there's been some shit.
Trey would have done it Chi-Town style. And
Baby.
being from the south side of Chicago, I know what that means.
Thank you. Growing up in the late 80s, early 90s, what do I care about? I didn't survive shit people couldn't even think about growing up in the Robert Taylor homes. Come on now. Scare me with words. He'd have been better off calling me, Trey, I got 10 racks for you. And I'd have been like, Maurice, fuck you, bro.
Trey says she can be bought.
There, my loyalty is to me, bro. My loyalty is to me.
Oh
Shit,
my
I didn't be
God,
like,
that's so funny.
that's the truth.
That
I'm
is.
not. These pictures is for sale too. They gonna be for sale for 25 racks. Cause baby, they gonna send everybody to jail. Stop playing with me.
Well, and it's going to be, I'm curious to see what's going to happen with those pictures.
Hmm,
Honestly,
hmm,
now that I've seen them,
hmm.
I'm going to tell, I've only seen 2 of them. So I don't know how many there are, but I'm curious to see how that's going to unfold myself, Trey. I'm not
Hmm.
going to lie.
Me too. I know they better stop playing with me. They better Google me. That's what I always tell people. Baby, just Google me. I done passed laws. I passed 3 laws in my lifetime. They called me 2-state trait. I passed a law in Tennessee and Florida called Dignity for Incarcerated Women in 2019, which gave women and girls in the jails the right to have access to pads and tampons and personal hygiene products. And then in 2020, I passed the Tammy Jackson Act, which bans solitary confinement for pregnant women in the state of Florida. So stop
Good
playing
for
with me.
you, Trey.
And I wrote
It's
those laws
amazing.
too.
Well, and it's amazing to me that those laws even had to be put into place because that's just common decency and
Girl, it was a
courtesy
it was a man.
that
It was a male
it's
lawmaker.
unbelievable.
It was a male lawmaker that said if you give women free pads and tampons, they would think it's a country club. What?
Oh, wow.
So yeah.
Wow. I'm lost for words on that one.
Yeah, men are
Like,
dumb.
how do you defend those words, you jackass? Wow.
But yeah, I'll wait
What
till you
about
can Google
common
me. I've done
decency?
some. I've done it. I've been there and done that. I've been there and done it. I've done more in the last 10 years since I came home from prison than people doing 14 lifetimes. Even last year
Good
we
for
was in,
you,
we
Trey.
was in over 35 different states and 2 different countries. Come on, stop playing with me. I don't do nothing to nobody but go play cards and play with my grandkids. So I don't like to be threatened, my guy.
And let me tell you, when you're at a card table with Trey, it's always entertaining. It's always entertaining, lots of fun.
Cause
So if
poker
you
is
don't want to have
fun.
fun at the poker table, fucking don't come to our table. Like
Right,
I'm just over it here a little bit in Vegas. Some of these shit regs are really ticking me off with their way they're treating people at the poker table. They are so full of themselves. It's unbelievable. Grumpy, saying some rude comments to people. It's like, dude, these people can donate to your bankroll. Why are
right.
you tapping the glass?
Oh,
Like,
I
what are
was
you
in the
doing
horseshoe
here?
poker room tearing their ass up. They was mad about me and my little red hair.
I did pretty well there myself. I'm gonna say the other night I did
Right.
pretty good there myself. I'm surprised I haven't seen you down there. Uh, I don't
Yeah,
know if I'll be. Um, yeah. Anyway, yeah. Shit, regs, get your lives together and stop taking your misery out on the damn people trying to give you their chips.
right. Exactly.
Like, come
Well,
on. Honestly. All right, Trey. Well, I'm going to let you off the hook, my friend.
all right.
Thanks for stopping by and agreeing to do this interview. I just love being able to hear from somebody that was actually there, so we can put, you know, an eyewitness point of view on our point of view
Because it's always
instead
three
of
sides to the story.
well, it's funny you said that because I keep saying that all the time. I'm like, y'all, there's three sides to this story. And we've only heard one, and now we've heard two, now we've heard three, but there's still three more sides to this story. Karen, did
Absolutely.
you want to say something? Go ahead, hun. Uh-oh. Karen, she's been going in and out too. I know she must be having issues with. And I see Isaac's been going in and out. You just got to love the spaces and X people. Hopefully, they're going to fix this stuff. But Trey, thank you again. I appreciate you. Good luck in the seniors event today. Those of you that are tuned in today, I appreciate you. And we'll be back at this tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And we will definitely be covering some poker at 9 a.m. tomorrow. And I'm going to meet with the charity that I hope is going to take on my quilting project to get so we can raffle off the quilt I had made for charity, those poker t-shirts. So, and Trey, if you have any poker t-shirts you want to give me, um, I'll try to include them on the future quilts I'm hoping to have made for charity work. So, let me know.
All righty. Well, thank you for having me, Sherry, and I will see you on the tables, lady.
I love that. I look forward to it. And Isaac, thanks for joining us too, and Kieran and everybody else, and those listening at a future date. Appreciate those clicks and listens as well. So, Trey, God bless you and safe travels home, however you get there, my friend.
Appreciate you. All right. Bye bye.
Bye.